Good morning people, today we are going to be reviewing this, and this is the Turtle Wax Snow Foam Cannon. Now I did make a boo-boo, I did buy this in Halfords, and when I saw it on the shelf I thought it was £20, it wasn't, it's supposed to go here. So you can pick this up right now at Halfords for the price of £45. So therefore it's not the cheapest snow foam lance, but it's not the most expensive, so let's see what it's like. And something that I do quite like, look at that. So it's got, this is the actual size of the cannon on the top of the box, about the size of my hand. So look at the presentation. Look, it's got a foam insert. So if we pull out the foam insert, so we've got our bottle here, and then look at this, look, we've got more foam under here. Very, very well presented. That is heavy. You could clonk someone over the head with that. So inside here, we've got the straw. And annoyingly, it doesn't have a filter or a weight on it, which is a bit of a downside, but not really a big problem. And then inside here, we have the Karcher fitment. So we have a quick fit connect already on it, but it comes with a Karcher connector as well. So you have two types of connector if you want to buy it. But for this video, I'm going to be using the Titan washer, so I'm not going to need this. But then to set up this washer, all I'm going to presume is we just stick this on here, so you know it just pushes on. As I said, no filter or no weight on it. Let me show you what I mean by that. So this is the MJJC Foam Cannon SV3, and you see this has a filter in it, so obviously it stops any debris being sucked up into the lance, but it is also weighted. And the reason you do want it weighted, as I said, it's not really a big deal, just a reason you would want it weighted is, let's say you've only got a little bit of snow foam in this corner. Look, this, when you tilt the cannon, it will then suck up all of the snow foam in the lance. Whereas if you don't have it, admittedly this is too small for this bottle anyway, but because it's not weighted, you then can't suck up all of the snow foam that's then in the corner, or if you hold it at an angle sometimes you don't get it. So it's good to be weighted, but it's not the end of the world. So anyway, let's grab some snow foam and we'll see what it's like. Oh yeah, look at that, look. Just to prove to you, look, actual size. It is the actual size. Good mark there, quite like that. So apart from that, we have all the standard stuff we presume to see on a foam lance. So we have the measurements on the side, albeit it would be easier if it was see-through. We have the adjuster up here to adjust the concentration, and then you can adjust the spread. See if you twist this, you can adjust the spread. Can we twist? Does it twist at all? Oh, it does. So there you go, look. So it can go left and right. So you can foam it up like this, or like this by twisting the back. So twist the back to change the direction, and then twist the front to adjust the spread. And I will be comparing some of this video to the Autoglym lance. I'll be comparing it to this because you can also get it at Halfords, and it is, as I always say, is the most readily available lance because you can buy it absolutely everywhere. And I didn't realise on the Turtle Wax box it says it doesn't just have foam control, it has amazing foam control. And for this video I'm also going to be using the Chemical Guys Sticky Snowball Ultra Snow Foam because this stuff is really, really sudsy and I have enough of it. And for the amounts, I've got 900 millilitres of water in here, and I'm going to be adding 85, see there, 85 millilitres of snow foam. So I've come outside. I'll use the Autoglym one first so you can see what this is like, and then we can compare it from that. I've already washed the wheels on the Kia, so let's see how this goes. So I only do half a car for this, but you can see that's a pretty decent foam up. You know, you can up the concentration if you want, but that is a good foam up. So this is, you know, set the bar. So let's see how the Turtle Wax one does. I'll make sure I get the spread right first. Oh, that's the 1 second. Just gotta make sure I get the spread right first. No, that's way too much. So to be fair, at the moment I think that's pretty similar. That might have just been from where I upped the concentration. It did start off a bit watery, but nevertheless that's a decent foam up. You know, that's a good solid effort. Let me just quickly jet wash this off and I'll do the whole car, and I'll time it with this, then I'll time it again with the Autoglym one. and I'll start the stopwatch. So it's just been over 90 seconds and the suds does turn into a blanket pretty quickly, but after 90 seconds there's still a fair decent amount on the car. So let me do the turtle wax one, sorry, got all tongue tied. Washed off the Autoglym one and back on again with the turtle wax. And I'll start the stopwatch. So again, we've just gone over 90 seconds, but unlike the Autoglym one, it doesn't go on very foamy. It does turn into a blanket pretty quickly. And obviously I'm doing this from memory. I will look at the videos afterwards, but I still do think the Autoglym has done a better job. So I don't think the Turtle Wax Lance is doing very well at the moment. But just to make it fair, again, I will clean this off and then I will try to do it as quick as possible. I'll do the Turtle Wax one on one side and the Autoglym one on that side as fast as I can. That way we can see the differences side by side. But yeah, I don't think it's doing very well at the moment. Again, as quick as possible, Autoglym on this side, Turtle Wax on this side. Let's go. There's one. Okay, let's bring this up closer. Do you know what, being honest, after the initial foam up, there actually isn't too much of a difference. The Autoglym one definitely goes on a lot more sudsier, but then once it's on the car for about 10 seconds, there really isn't actually a difference. I mean, you can see by all the bubbles on here, if I bring this a lot closer, so the bubbles are actually all coming down pretty evenly. So actually, I don't think there's much between them once it's actually on the car. But let me try something else. So let me try this. This is the MJJC Foam Cannon SV3. You saw me at the start using this. This is the best foam cannon that I have. So I'm pouring the stuff from the Autoglym Lance into this. And let's see if there is a significant difference between this and the Turtle Wax Lance. So it's actually quite contradictory, because where this actually gets such a thick layer on it straight up, it falls off a lot quicker because it's so much thicker. But even just from standing here, I can see that this is all still foamed up, whereas this has already turned into a blanket. But then the MJJC is probably the best Lance on the market, unless there's another one. Let me know in the comments if there's another one you think that's better. But I think all this really shows to me is that the MJJC is a different type of Lance, but the Turtle Wax and the Autoglym Lance are actually pretty similar. Right then, so what are my final thoughts of the Turtle Wax Ultimate Snow Foam Cannon? Now, the MJJC is the better Lance, hands down, but it is more money, so I will take it away for this part. Now, in performance, the only difference is this is ever so slightly more foamy. Apart from that, they do the same job. And then this, you can adjust the spread, you know, as I've showed you before, you can twist this. But when you're using it, you know, it's fine how it is. I have never needed to adjust the angle of the spread. I just move my pressure washer kind of thing. So yeah, I think they both do a good job. You know, they're both under £50, which I think is acceptable for a good Lance. You know, this one is a great Lance, I would probably say. So if you wanted to get one, I would say just buy whatever one you can find for cheaper. So at the moment, I can find this on Halfords, the Autoglym one for £37 and the Turtle Wax one for £45. So therefore, I would get the Autoglym one just because it's cheaper. Then obviously with the MJJC one, it is more expensive. These are on Amazon at the moment for around £67. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say is whatever one you can find cheaper, get that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.